A group of young students gather together to discuss the implications of what they have been discussing in class. Let's listen in.
What did you guys learn about digital citizenship?
Digital citizenship. Iona, that sounds like one of those trendy buzzwords to me.
Actually, Marcus, it's not. It's about teaching kids how to live in a digital world, being smart, safe, and respectful online. Same rules as real life.
Exactly. Kids are practically glued to their screens these days. It's important to understand how to stay safe. Remember when we discussed banning phones in schools? It seems like a good idea to have a break from the screen.
Ezra, how can we teach them to navigate the digital world if we don't let them use their devices?
It's not that simple. Banning phones has its perks: less bullying, fewer distractions. Kids actually focus on learning.
You know, the digital world is changing our approach to education too. Education has always been about remixing ideas, borrowing, adapting, and merging. It is so much easier these days. Hopefully, it'll change this weird stigma around copying.
Totally. Remixing isn't copying, it's creative. It allows us to connect ideas in new ways that we couldn't do before. It's very helpful for personalizing learning materials for kids.
Exactly. And by using social media, teachers can connect and collaborate by sharing ideas and content for remixing.
You know, teaching digital citizenship isn't just about tech skills. It's about understanding students' lives outside the classroom, their digital habits, cultural backgrounds, and family situations. All of it influences how online content can shape who they are, what they believe, and how they interact with the world.
I agree, the digital world, especially social media, is changing how kids learn. It's not just textbooks anymore.
Right? Platforms like TikTok and Instagram are places where they are now learning. Not only that, but there is a participatory culture, so kids aren't just watching, they're creating. Zara, what are your thoughts?
Absolutely. And online resources like the open education resources that Katia introduced us to make higher level learning accessible to everyone. Anyone with a phone can contribute to knowledge, and there are huge possibilities for collaboration. We're now creators and contributors.
I've created a personal learning network for questions and help. I am planning on using open education resources for professional development too. Budgets are tight, and we need to keep up with the changing world.
Amar, I am surprised by how much free high-quality content is available. And communities like Reddit and Facebook groups have provided lots of support and motivation.
Look at how handsome we are. We are a product of online learning. Some of my furry friends have learned to write a children's book, make sourdough treats, learn an instrument or language, cooking strategies, podcast, apply gel nails, speed cube, and even new tools for their job. It seems we are only limited by our imagination. Social media can also be used for spreading awareness about important social issues. People can become more active social justice citizens.
Yes, but social media isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It has its downsides. Not everything you see is true. We really need to think critically about what we're creating and consuming. I mean, anyone can post anything online. I've heard about participatory culture too. Honestly, I worry about spending too much time on social media. We've seen how it can lead to things like isolation, anxiety, depression, and even worse.
I agree with Marcus. Self-esteem issues are a problem too. Comparing yourself to those perfect online personas. It can really mess with your head.
Not to mention sextortion. It's a huge problem for young people who don't understand the risks of sharing personal content online.
You're right, Amar. Teachers need to educate kids about social media addiction as part of digital citizenship. It's a real issue for vulnerable users.
Where does AI fit into digital citizenship? I'm feeling overwhelmed with my research project.
AI can absolutely help you. Elicit.com can search the literature and then create tables summarizing the data. Then you can use Claude to create the draft text from the findings. There are lots of apps to improve the formatting and writing. And to make it sound more natural, you can use a tool like Quillbot to rephrase the sentences. If you need visuals for your paper, something like Canva AI can create those for you.
That's amazing, but this doesn't feel right to me. It's not my work, and how can I trust the sources?
Well, Ezra, you can't. Ayana gets excited. These tools can assist you, but you have to validate everything they do. AI results are infamous for inaccuracies, biases, and providing false information. And your feelings are right. If you use AI, it should be cited along with all the other sources.
Part of digital citizenship is being aware of AI limitations and academic integrity. For students to know what is expected, it is important that each school has its own AI policy. We need to include digital citizenship and online safety in our curriculum and prepare students for this connected world.
You know what? This is why we're here with Katya. Not just learning for ourselves, but figuring out what we need to do to help students become healthy digital citizens.
Well, those students sure had some great discussions about complex issues. Certainly leaves us with a lot to think about.
5 crochet friends meet up each day, twisting and spinning all the worries away, with hooks and threads and a laugh or two. Yarn buddies still